I didn't think I was going to like this Tom Sawyer game, but I actually found myself enjoying it. It's a fun little platformer, and for the most part it has just the right amount of difficulty. But when it comes to the final boss battle, the game designers really dropped the ball. So anyway, let's get into it. Stupid Boss Battles, Adventures of Tom Sawyer for the NES, the final boss. After 6 moderately difficult levels, you'd expect the final boss to be imposing, right? But when you finally get to the end of the game, this is who you face. Seriously? This is the last boss? This guy? You gotta be fucking kidding me. This guy looks like a Super Saiyan strung out on crystal meth. And apparently he's riding Cecil from the old Beanie and Cecil cartoon. Why? Don't ask, just go with it. Anyway, this boss is named Crazy Engine Joe. And no, I didn't make that name up. That's his name, Scout's Honor. Imagine if this game came out today. The uptight SJWs would have a fucking field day with this guy. Oh, how can you be so racially insensitive? How can you not respect his history and his culture? It's so demeaning. Blah, blah, blah. You know, their usual hypocritical horse shit. Okay, so this is our boss. This Super Saiyan genetically spliced with Yahoo Serious and Guy Fieri. Now maybe he's not much in the looks department, but you would think he'd have some really powerful attacks. Maybe fire a barrage of flaming arrows at you, or have the serpent try to bite your head off. But what attacks does he have? 1 arrow fired at a time, which is his only attack. For fuck's sakes, this is embarrassing! Oh, but wait, it gets even better. He can fire another arrow at you. And it gets even closer. Well, shit, I'm really fucking worried now. Maybe if I stand here for a couple of decades, he might eventually get around to hitting me. Okay, to be completely fair, his arrows can kill you in 1 hit. But you would have to be fucking retarded not to figure out his pattern. He fires a short-range arrow. Then a longer one. Then an even longer one. Then an even longer one. Repeat. Are you friggin' retarded, or did you figure it out yet? And do you want to know what else is absurd about this boss battle? There's only 2 ways you can lose. 1, you get hit by an arrow. Or 2, you fall into the water and die. This could be the laziest boss battle I've ever seen. Or at least it's in the top 10, that's for sure. If a 500-foot Mark Twain came down from the sky and tried to kill Tom Sawyer with his farts, I think that would make for a better boss battle. But not only is this battle lazy, it's poorly programmed to boot. Look at this. Stand on the far left side of the screen, and the arrows pass right through you. It's nice to see that proper hit detection wasn't high on the list of priorities for the game designers. Okay, so this boss looks like shit, and his attack sucks wombat cunts. But defeating him has to be a bitch, right? It has to be! Nope, sorry my friends, that's not the case either. You can literally cheese this boss by pelting him with your projectiles. He can't even get a hit on you if you're fast enough. I'm not kidding. Watch this. Holy fucking Christ! I literally managed to beat this guy in under 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I almost feel sorry for him. I really do. Anyway, he falls off the serpent, and I think, okay, that was his first form. Now he's going to come back in an even stronger form and really kick my ass. But does that happen? Of course not! Instead, the game's over and you win. In the words of Mark Wahlberg, what? No! This can't be the end of the game! Unfortunately, it is. The serpent smiles while you get the girl and a big old heart between you.
Oh, well, gosh, that just brings a warm, tingly feeling to my heart.
Or is that just indigestion? And after that, there's the ending. 1 picture of Tom Sawyer with the feathers or whatever the fuck those things are, and the words "the end." Although I'd argue that the game doesn't end so much as it stops dead in its tracks. I mean, what the fuck is up with this boss battle? Did the game designers make this boss battle while they were taking a shit? Or did everybody on the team get fired at once and then they brought in a bunch of 5-year-olds to finish the game? Look, I don't know the story behind this game's development, but I do know one thing for sure. This boss ain't gonna make Bowser or Dr. Wily quake in their boots anytime soon, I can tell you that. But do you want to know what the funniest thing about this boss battle is? The Zeppelin boss in the previous level is actually more of a threat than the final boss. In fact, if that had been the last boss, I would have been fine with it. But no, instead they had to use this fucking lame-o half-ass Broly wannabe motherfucker. What is it with some games putting their toughest bosses in levels other than the last one? I don't get it. Isn't it a time-honored video game tradition that the last boss should be the toughest one? I guess not in this game. In this game, you get the putz. So in conclusion, this boss battle is a minor hiccup in an otherwise decent game. Enjoy the rest of the game for what it is, and just try not to be too disappointed with the end of it. This is Filmin' Stuff, signing off. Thanks for watching. This guy looks like a Super Saiyan strung out on crystal meth!